we'll have a show cause calendar. Judge Eric Morrow will be presiding over these calendars this morning. Let's begin with the Orca final plea calendar and see who we have with us. Position number 1, De'Aaron Balding. Mr. Balding? Yes, good morning. Mr. Corn, I have that Mr. Gaither is representing Mr. Balding.
I have that also. I don't see Mr. Gaither here, though, there.
Do you know whether or not he plans on
Your Honor, I have a message from Mr. Gaither. He's on his way physically to the courthouse. If you could just move that case to the end for Mr. Gaither to get some time to get there.
Thank you, Ms. Helen. Mr. Balding, we'll be back with you. Thank you. Position number 2, Alpha Diallo.
Good morning, Judge. Ray Judge here for Mr. Diallo. How are you?
Good morning. I'm doing well. I hope you are as well.
I am. Thank you, sir. Mr. Diallo, I just had him on the phone. I believe he's joining us. He has his plea papers. He's about to email them to us. So we have a negotiated plea worked out with the state for the court's consideration.
Okay, very good. Well, as soon as we get the paperwork and he joins us, we complete the calendars, we'll come back and get that taken. Thank you. I appreciate
Thank
it.
you, Your Honor.
Position number 3, Alex Dodd.
Judge, I just got an email from Attorney Melnick. He is running behind, and I believe his email indicated it will be a plea. He's just running a little late.
Okay. Is Mr. Dodd on the line with us? Thank you, Ms. Rosa.
Mhm.
Position 4, Harrison Fuller.
Good morning, Your Honor. Courtney Brubaker on behalf of Mr. Fuller. He is present online this morning. We have a negotiated plea and all paperwork has been submitted, Your Honor.
Yes, good morning, Ms. Brubaker. And you
Good
also,
morning.
I do have your paperwork here with me, and as soon as we complete the calendar, I'll get your plea taken. Thank you.
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you so much.
Position 5, Jose Garcia. Jose Garcia.
State would ask for a bench warrant at the call at the end of the calendar.
If Mr. Garcia doesn't appear by the end of the calendar, a bench warrant will be issued. Position 6, Justin Johns. Yes, good morning, Mr. Johns.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Let's see, do you have a private counsel representing you?
Yes, I believe I don't have anybody representing me.
Okay, have you made application for the public defender?
I have none.
Would you like to do that this morning to see if you qualify, and if so, they would handle your case?
I just want to plead guilty, I guess, for this and just try to figure out what to do. I really don't know what to do. I was emailing Ms. Lauren Dillingham, and I haven't received any other emails about what to do further. So I just want to show up. So
Okay, so let me just say that you have a right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you. You have a right to have an attorney present at these proceedings. If you would like, I'm happy to give you the opportunity to apply to see if you qualify for a public defender. We can do that this morning. If you qualify, then you can get some legal help to assist you with this matter. But that's totally up to you. If you want to continue to speak with the solicitors on your own, that's your right also. But if you have someone that might be free here to help you, that might be something that you want to consider.
okay,
But it's up to you.
I can proceed. I'm fine. I believe I'm okay.
Okay. So I'll have you speak with Ms. Reiser this morning in regards to your matter. Okay. So if you just hold on for us. Thank you, sir. Position 7, Karan Johnson. I have that Mr. Johnson is represented by Attorney Watson Cafe. Have we heard from Ms. Watson Cafe?
The state does not, Judge.
Okay. I'm going to hold on this case to see if we can raise Ms. Watson Cafe So I'm gonna hold for her announcement. Ms. Young, if we can have someone call Ms. Watson Cafe to see if she's gonna join us today. Position 8, Marcus Rodriguez.
Morning, Judge Steve Ward on behalf of Mr. Rodriguez. We need a pre-trial. Who's handling this matter for the state?
I take it that Ms. Riser is gonna handle it today.
Mhm.
Okay, a pre-trial?
Okay, very good. Thank you. I'll hold for your announcement. Position 9, Teron Williams.
Good morning, Judge. That is my case.
Yes, good morning, Ms. Helen.
I've been contacted, or excuse me, I've already contacted Mr. Williams. We'd like to announce pretrial in this case, just to see what the state's offer is. Mr. Williams had the Zoom link. He should be appearing from Florida, Judge. Just give me an opportunity to double check where he is on that Zoom link appearance.
Okay, I'll hold for your announcement, Ms. Helen.
Thank you, Judge. Oh, it's still pretrial. I'd still like to hear the offer from the state.
Okay,
And Judge, that offer was emailed to PD Haddad. I'll go ahead and forward it to Ms. Helen. Yeah.
Thank you.
I'll track it down, Ms. Riser. If you send it to me, I'll send it.
Yes, sir.
position 10, Chauncey Yondo.
So that's going to be my case now. That was Mr. Rappo's case. Here.
Okay,
I've a couple messages for him yesterday, but I had not heard from him. I was like a pre-private case, Judge.
okay,
It's in the office.
I'll hold for your announcement.
There you go.
Moving on to the final plea add-on calendar, Corey Calhoun,
Gaither,
Corey Calhoun.
the guy who was your attorney, my grandpa.
I believe I spoke with Mr. Calhoun last week and we scheduled him for a plea this morning and he was supposed to be here in person. So I'll see if he shows. Brenda Prada,
Judge, that's my case. This project here. I spoke with her yesterday,
okay.
but I have not seen her this morning.
I'll give her the opportunity to appear, Mr. Cole.
This just went on the calendar Monday, so I don't think any notice was sent to her.
It was. Judge, this was the case that she appeared at the calendar last week. She accepted the state's offer and you reset it for a plea this morning in person.
Okay, and I think that both these people.
Yes, all three people in the add-ons are the same, Judge.
Okay,
Oh, I'm sorry, that was at 1:30.
you say that 3 people, that's all.
I had a add-on for the 1:30 calendar,
Oh,
Mr. Elvin
okay.
Smith. I was looking at the
Okay,
wrong calendar, Judge.
The show cause calendar, position number 1, Shantiri Jackson. Shantiri Jackson.
State would request a bench warrant.
Bench warrant will be granted if Ms. Jackson does not appear by the end of court. Position 2, Tommy McAfee.
Good morning, Judge. Mr. McAfee is present under the name of Tommy. I filed an entry yesterday, Judge. We're requesting to set this case on a bench trial calendar, Judge, or for a bench trial.
Okay, let's see, the next bench trial calendar will be July 19th at 1:30. Does that work for you, Mr. Haddad?
That's fine, Judge. That works.
All right. Yes, good morning, Mr. McAfee. We will reschedule the case into July 19th. You'll get notice of that hearing and we'll see you back then unless Mr. Haddad, do you have anything further of Mr.
No,
McAfee?
no, Mr. McAfee, I'll be in touch with you and the court date on the 19th is in person, so you'll have to come to court, but we'll be in touch before then, of course, okay?
Okay, have a good day, Mr. McAfee. Position 3, Bobby McClyde. Bobby McClyde.
State would request a bench warrant.
Bench warrant will be granted if Mr. McClyde does not appear by the end of court. Position 4, Shakira Norfleet. Good morning, Ms. Norfleet.
Good morning, Judge.
Let's see, do you have private counsel representing you or?
I reached out to an attorney and he haven't been answering the phone for me, but I thought maybe he'd be here or no or something. I don't
Okay, have you hired the attorney?
know. Yes, I did the application for attorney and waiting for the emails and stuff. They scheduled me with an attorney, but like I said, he hasn't been answering for me.
Okay, what attorney did you, or you,
Let me see. Yeah.
okay.
Honor,
Mr.
let me, I apologize. Let me check, see if I have the application with me and we'll deal with it, Judge, and I'll make.
Okay, thank you. We'll have someone speak with you, Ms. Stevenson, okay?
That's it.
I mean, sorry, Ms. Norfleet, thank you.
All right.
Position number 5, Xavier Stevenson.
Your Honor, that would be presumably my case, Judge. We've not had any contact with Mr. Stevenson. So I'll leave it at that, Judge.
Okay, a bench warrant will be granted if Mr. Stevenson doesn't appear by the end of the calendar. He is also position number 6.
That is correct. And technically, Judge, we represent him on position number 6, not number 5, but regardless, it is the same person, Judge.
Okay, thank you. Position 7, Emmanuel Williams. Good morning, Mr. Williams.
Hey, how you doing?
Good. Do you have private counsel representing you?
Oh,
Would you like to make application for a public defender today?
I want to rearrange my plea to do like another, if I could.
Okay. I'm happy to give you that opportunity to speak with the solicitor. If you want to see if you qualify for a public defender that can represent you on the matter, I'm happy to give you that opportunity this morning as well. Somebody that that knows the law and might be able to help you through this matter. But it's up to you. If you'd like to make application, we can give you that opportunity.
Yeah, I do that.
Okay, so we'll have someone speak with Mr. Williams. Okay, thank you. Position number 8, Robert Willis. Robert Willis. I also have that this is Mr. Gaither's client. Good morning, Mr. Willis.
Morning.
I'm going to hold on your case until Mr. Gaither gets here so that he can speak with you, okay?
All right.
All right, thank you, sir. Okay, thank you.
And you're under number 4, Ms. Dorothy. She does qualify. We will represent her. So I'll submit the appropriate paperwork to get that rolling. And
Okay, thank you.
we'll get started on that.
We appreciate it. Ms. Watson Cafe, are you with me?
Your Honor.
Yes, good morning. I think you're here on position number 7, Karan Johnson. What are we doing with him this morning?
If we can put that on a jury trial calendar, please, Your Honor.
Okay. We will further notice it to the next available jury trial calendar. Anything further, Ms. Watson Cafe?
No, that's all I have on the calendar.
Okay, I appreciate it. You have a good day.
Judge,
Thank
did
you.
your client appear?
Is Matt,
I just got the link. We just sent it to him. So, do you want me to have him log in?
if the state, I'm fine. If the state wants to see his face, then I'll have him.
The court's fine with the judge. That's fine.
All right.
Okay.
You're fine.
Thank you, Ms. Reiser.
I'll
Thank
see
you, Your Honor.
I'll see you next time.
Thank you.
Okay, so is there anyone on the Zoom call or here in person that did not hear their name? I know that Mr. Gaither just came in, so Mr. Gaither, I'm going to give you the opportunity to speak with your clients that are here and hold for your report on those. Anyone that I missed?
Hello, Teron Williams.
Thank you,
Mr.
Judge. That's my case. I just wanted to make sure Mr. Williams had the link and was appearing. Thank you, Judge.
Okay, thank you. Good morning, Mr. Williams. We'll be with you, sir. Okay, I'm going to start with the paperwork that I have before me, and for the rest of the pleas, I'll take those as soon as I obtain the paperwork. Harrison Fuller.
Good morning, Your Honor. We're prepared.
Okay, and let's see, Ms. Reiser, are you going to?
Mhm.
Okay, Mr. Fuller, if you can unmute yourself for me, please.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Yes, good morning, Mr. Fuller. Can you raise your right hand for me? Do you swear affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
You can put your hand down. Thank you, sir. Ms. Reiser?
Yes, Your Honor. This is case 22 CR 007189, State versus Harrison Fuller. Mr. Fuller is going to be entering a guilty plea to count 1, laying drag. State's recommended sentence is 10 days suspended upon the payment of a $500 fine. The state is going to be entering a null pros in regards to count 2, Your Honor.
Okay. Yes, Ms. Bruce.
Yes, Your Honor, that is a correct statement of the plea as negotiated, Your Honor. Mr. Fuller is prepared to pay that fine and any applicable surcharges instanter.
Okay, very good. Mr. Fuller, it's my understanding in case 22 CR 007189, you wish to plead guilty to laying drag, is that correct?
That's correct, Your Honor.
Were you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol this morning?
No, I'm not.
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with her representation?
Yes, I am.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on this charge, and that by pleading guilty to it, you're giving up your right to a trial by jury?
Yes, I understand.
Has anyone forced or coerced you to plead guilty?
No, they have not.
I'll accept your plea as negotiated, Mr. Fuller. Do you plan on coming down today and taking care of the fine?
Yes.
And do we have, and he does understand that it's probably going to be about $750, Ms. Brubaker, or somewhere.
Yes, Your Honor. We discussed the surcharges status, Your Honor. Is there any way to pay that online or must it be paid in person?
Okay, I don't think that we have a way for this court to pay it online, Ms. Brubaker, so he's going to have to come down.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, very good. Anything further this morning?
No, Your Honor, just a time frame. Does that need to be paid by 5 p.m. today?
Yes.
Wonderful. Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay. You all have a good day. Thank you.
Thank you. You too. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Watch the video.
Yes, I saw that you just walked in. Can you stand? Tell me your name again. Okay. Good morning, Ms. Prada. It's my understanding that I reset you to take a plea today. Is that right? Okay. And is that do we have? Did you get the paperwork?
No, I wasn't able to print it out.
Okay. Yes, that's fine. So we'll get you the paperwork so that you can get that filled out. And once you do that, we can take care of it. Okay. All right. Thank you. Let's see. Have we gotten the paperwork for Mr. Diallo?
Found well 3 or 4 on the cops.
So I don't have the paperwork as of yet for Mr. Diallo. As soon as I get it, we'll take that, please. So, Ms. Rises.
Thank you, Judge. I know he's executed it and it's been emailed, so we're in the pipeline.
All right. So as soon as I get it, I will be with you.
Of course, sir.
Okay, so Ms. Rise was speaking with people, the public defenders are speaking with people, so the court will be in recess until someone's ready to move forward.
Let's do it, do the class,
Mr. Haddad,
and then if she wants to play them. Just ask the page, and then fine.
Yeah, I'm fine with that, suspending it. Yeah, I'm fine with that, but it'll.
I apologize, Judge, didn't want to interrupt you. I have an announcement for position 9, Mr. Williams.
I believe you touched on
Yeah, she forget it, yeah.
the convictions.
Let's see.
That's the difference.
yes, Ms. Helen.
I have Mr. Williams on. I think he had to log off because he was using his phone. But that is going to be a plea, Judge, so whenever the court is ready.
The 2020.
Have you gotten the paperwork to Ms. Reiser?
I can email that now, Judge. Let me do that, and then I guess we'll go ahead and prepare to take it.
Okay, so she's still in conversation, but as soon as she gets that, we will move forward. Thank you. And Mr. Haddad, I just want to let you know that your client, Mr. Stevenson, has appeared in the courtroom with me. You need to speak with him.
Judge, if I can have Mr. Korn speak to him, I've never met Mr. Stevenson. I don't have, I mean, we don't even have the file. I know where our office represented him in the past. And I'll coordinate something with Mr. Korn later, but since he's physically present. And
Okay,
I'll shoot Mr. Korn and text and email, Judge, so you don't have to do that.
okay, well, he's here, so thank you.
Thank you.
And I apologize, Judge. We can just hear the conversation happening at the desk. I don't know if that's intentional, but we can just.
I think Ms. Helen's asking Ms. Reiser and Mr. Korn to keep it down.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Ms. Helen. Okay,
Okay, position number 1, Mr. De'Aaron Balding. We're just gonna further notice that to the trial calendar.
okay, we will get you notice of the next available trial calendar.
Okay.
Mr. Gager.
Number 1 on the final plea calendar. Mr. De'Aaron Balding. And then position 8, Mr. Robert Willis on the show cause calendar.
Okay,
There was some disconnect with myself and Mr. Willis. Thus why we're on the show cause calendar. So we would just like to further notice this to the next phase, whatever, whether it's a status or a final plea. He hasn't had an opportunity to look at any of the discovery that we have. So I need to be able to talk to him and have an intelligent conversation with him.
it's July 12th, enough time for you?
That's fine.
All right, we'll put him on the July 12th status calendar at 1:30.
Mr. Willis, is your address and everything updated with the clerk's office? No, I mean, how did you get notice of this court?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, cool. With that being said, Judge, are Mr. Willis and Mr. Balding free to go?
Yes,
Okay.
thank you. Have a good day.
September 8.
I'd like to suspend the next,
That calendar will be July 19th at 1:30.
I'm sorry, July.
19th? Yes. Counsel, Ms. Ryder tells me that she does not have Mr. Diallo's paperwork. Is it possible for you to send that again to her?
Absolutely. Do it right now, Judge.
Okay, you have, and it's Ms. Ryder, so if you have, if you need her email, I'm happy to have her put it in the chat.
We definitely have it. We'll
Okay.
give it another shot.
Okay.
Technology bugs.
Right, I understand.
And Mr. Diallo is present. He's here, so
Okay,
we'll get right to it.
thank you.
I just emailed that signed plea for Mr. Williams, position 9, to Ms. Younger and Ms. Reiser. Just let me know when you get it. Thank you.
and I also have Mr. Diallo's plea. Let me just forward this.
Thank you.
Hey, on Diallo, just a real quick, what ASG did you negotiate that with?
Ms. Womack,
Who?
is it Womack?
Waldrop, maybe?
Waldrop?
Yes,
Okay.
I think that's the mistake. We sent the paperwork back to her.
Okay.
But we're resending it to you, Ms. Rice.
Yes, and I
Yeah.
have it. I was just.
Apologize.
No, you're okay.
It just went back to who sent it to us.
Yeah. Okay, let me forward this other.
I think they have it.
I sent it to.
No, it's Valencia Younger. Valencia Younger. So it says. Let me see if I can get her email.
If I know her name, if I know her name, I can get it.
VALENCIA Younger, YOUNGER.
Got it.
All right.
Couple of announcements.
Okay.
First, Mr. Chauncey Yargo. Final calendar number 10.
Yes.
Set that for next trial, please.
Okay, that will be on July 19th at 1:30.
That's fine. I will be the sole term. May be excused.
Yes, have a good day, sir.
Mr. Prada, we have an agreement on that case. We're gonna complete something before we enter the plea. It's one class. So what I'd have to do is continue this for 1 month. And give her a chance to get that done, and then we'll be entering a plea at that point.
Okay. Let's see. Is July 5th enough time?
I'm sorry, what day?
July 5th?
Say fifth?
Fifth.
That'll be fine.
Okay. And that's going to be the final plea calendar at 9 o'clock.
That's, she's number 2 on the add-on calendar.
Okay, Ms. Carter, I'll see you back in July, okay? All right, have a good day, ma'am.
Lastly, 4 and 5 on the show cause calendar. So Xavier Stevens is here. We did not previously represent him on number, I'm sorry, it's 5 and 6. On number 5, we do represent him on number 6. It just came from the division, and we need to get up and running. So what I've asked is that this be placed on a status calendar sometime down the road, and I'll file whatever needs to be filed, and we'll get going on representing in this case.
And it's on July 5th, date work for you?
Yes, as I'm already going to be here.
Okay.
I don't have any big vacation planned out. So I'm wishing.
Oh, okay, if you want to go on would you prefer to go on a status calendar or, okay, so that'll be July 12th.
All right.
At 1:30. Okay, Mr. Stevenson, we'll see you back again in July.
All right.
We have a cover page for this.
Thank you so much.
I'll get it for you. Ready, Judge? Yep.
Whatever you want, Mr. Franklin.
Okay. You want to start with Mr. Diallo?
Yes, that'll be fine. Are we ready on Mr. Diallo?
Ready for the defense, Your Honor. Mr. Diallo.
Is he on camera?
He went off camera, and I'm going to text him right now. Really something this morning. Wow. There we go.
Okay. Yes, good morning, Mr. Diallo. Can you unmute yourself for me, please?
There
Okay.
you
Good morning again, Mr. Diallo. Can you raise your right hand for me?
Yes.
Do you swear from the testimony you're about to give before this court be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. You can put your hand down. Yes, Mrs. Reiser.
Yes, Judge. This is case number 22 CR 006266A, State of Georgia versus Alpha Diallo. The defendant is going to be entering a guilty plea to 1 count of reckless driving. The state's recommended sentence is 12 months to serve 1 day, credit for time served 1 day, balance probated, a $300 fine, 40 hours of community service, an alcohol drug evaluation, and any treatment if deemed necessary, 1 risk reduction, and 1 victim impact panel. Count 2 will merge into amended count 1, Your Honor.
That's your understanding, counsel?
Those are the terms of the negotiated plea, Your Honor.
Anything further?
I'd ask that the court, if it could consider allowing the probation to be suspended upon the successful completion of the terms as stated.
No objection from the state, Your Honor.
Okay, that'll be fine. Mr. Diallo, it's my understanding in case 22 CR 006266A that you wish to plead guilty to reckless driving. Is that correct?
Yes.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol at the present time?
No.
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on this charge, and that by pleading guilty to it, you're giving up your right to a trial by jury?
Yes.
Has anyone forced or coerced you to plead guilty?
No.
I will accept the plea as negotiated, Mr. Diallo. As soon as you complete the terms, the probation will terminate. So the sooner you get this done, the sooner you won't be on probation, okay?
Okay.
All right, and Mr. Diallo, we'll send you or your counsel information regarding what you need to report to probation. So you should do that in the next 2 weeks or so, okay?
Okay.
All right, anything further on Mr. Diallo this morning?
Nothing from the state, Your Honor.
Okay.
Nothing from the defense, Judge. Thank you, sir.
All right, have a good day. Always a pleasure.
Thank you.
Let's see, Ms. Helen, are you ready to proceed?
I am, Judge.
Okay, and let's see, where's Mr. Williams?
Right there, Judge.
Okay, good morning again, Mr. Williams. Let's see, can you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you swear affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
You can put your hand down. Thank you, sir. Mr. Robinson.
Yes, Judge, this is case number 19 CR 003757G, State of Georgia versus Teron Williams. Mr. Williams will be entering a plea to 1 count of battery family violence. The state's recommended sentence is 12 months of probation, 12 months to serve 2 days, credit for time served 2 days, balance probated, to enroll and successfully complete the family violence intervention program, and to have no further contact with the victim. First name is spelled Keziah, last name Harris, Harris.
Ms. Helen?
And Your Honor, yes, this is a plea for Mr. Williams this morning. I just have a few asks. We agreed to the terms of the plea, but it's a battery family violence. We're asking this court if Mr. Williams can use his nolo contendere, or if the court will allow him to do that.
The state is objecting to that, Your Honor. After this case, Mr. Williams received a 2021 case where he pled nolo to a criminal trespass against the same victim, where he went to her place of residence, basically went in and got into an argument. There was a scuffle, physical altercation, and he was also charged with criminal trespass, but she pled nolo to out of DeKalb. So I would object to a nolo in the battery family violence.
Okay, I'm in agreement with the state, Ms. Helen. If he'd like to plead guilty to it, I'm happy to accept his guilty plea.
He will accept, Judge, and we will accept the guilty. Just another ask. He's currently residing in Florida. I have submitted that information to the probation office on that sheet, Judge. We're asking that he be able to report through probation. He's in Jacksonville, Florida now. He'd like to report immediately, but he can't drive all the way to Georgia's misdemeanor probation office. We're asking that he be able to report in Jackson, Florida, or that the reporting be online here in Georgia.
No objection to mail in or phone in if the court's agreeable to that.
Yeah, I'm fine with it as long as you work, as long as probation's fine with it, and you all work it out with probation, that's fine with me. Okay,
Understood, Judge.
anything else, Ms. Helen?
No, Judge. You understand that, Mr. Williams?
I need more clarification as far as the court fees and fines.
That'll be through the probation office. So that number, and I'll email you the document, but you'll contact probation and they'll give you all of that information. The last part, Judge, Mr. Williams is reminding me, he is in Florida. Judge, we're asking for at least a portion of those probation fees to be waived because a part of his agreement is the Family Violence Intervention Program, which we know will run 24 weeks and it'll be very costly, Judge. So we're just asking for a few of those probation fees to be waived.
Is he working, Ms. Helen?
He is, Judge.
Okay. I believe the fees are about $49 a month and, so I think that he should be able, given that he's working, to pay those fees, also. So, I'll require that he pay the probation fees in addition.
Understood, Judge.
Okay. Anything further before I take the plea?
No, Judge.
Mr. Williams, it's my understanding that in case 19 CR 003757G, you wish to plead guilty to battery family violence. Is that correct?
Yeah, I will. I just want to clarify that. As far as like the
Hold on, Mr. Williams. I'm happy to let you speak with Ms. Helen to clarify everything that you need to have clarified. I don't want you to say anything that's against your interests while you're appearing live on YouTube. Okay, so I can put you in a breakout room with Ms. Helen if you need to discuss with her. Would you like to do that?
yes, it'll be brief. Thank you.
Ms. Helen, I'll put you into a breakout room with Mr. Williams so that you can respond to any questions that he might have.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay, while we do that, can I have Mr. Johns? Are we ready for Mr. Johns?
Yes, I am, Your Honor.
Okay. Yes, good morning again, Mr. Johns.
Good morning.
Can you raise your right hand for me? Do you swear from the testimony you're about to give before the court be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Okay, you can put your hand down. Thank you, sir. Sorry.
Thank you, Judge. This is case number 22 CR 002703C, State of Georgia versus Justin Johns. But today the defendant is going to be entering a guilty plea as to count 1, non-resident hunting without a license. State's recommendation is a $250 fine. Count 2 will be null prost.
Is that your understanding, Mr. Johns?
Yes, sir.
And can you get that paid today?
I can.
Okay. It's my understanding, Mr. Johns, that in case 22 CR 002703C, you wish to plead guilty to non-resident hunting without a license. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol today?
I'm not.
You have had the opportunity to be represented by counsel. It's my understanding that you wish to proceed pro se without the advice of counsel. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury in this charge, and that by pleading guilty to it, you're giving up your right to a trial by jury?
I do.
Is anyone forced or coerced you to plead guilty?
No.
I'll accept the plea as negotiated, Mr. Johns. I will show you where you can get the fine paid, and then you'll be done, okay?
Thank you.
All right. Good luck to you, sir.
And Judge, we're ready.
Okay.
Two last things, Judge. This is, I do believe Mr. Williams does qualify for first offenders misdemeanor. We're going to ask that affidavit be provided today for Mr. Williams because this case will be handled under the first offenders.
And for the record, the state would object to first offenders, given what I had already informed the court, but we'll leave it to the court's discretion.
Okay, I will allow the first offender, Ms. Helen.
And then lastly, I have spoken to Mr. Williams after he completes that family violence intervention program. Is there any objection from the state? We'd like to ask if it be terminated if the state doesn't have any objection.
I would object to terminating. There is a no further contact provision. I don't mind if the court wants to go non-reporting, but I would like him to remain on probation for the entire 12 months for that no contact provision.
Okay, so it can go non-reporting, Ms. Helen, so that he doesn't have to report.
And Mr. Williams, just to clarify, it will go non-reporting, okay? So it won't be terminated, it'll be non-reporting.
okay.
Understood, Judge. I think we're ready to move forward.
Okay, let me start from the top then. Mr. Mr. Williams, it's my understanding that in case 19 CR 3757G, you wish to plead guilty to battery family violence. Is that correct?
Yes.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol this morning?
No.
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with her representation?
Yes.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on this charge, and if by pleading guilty to it, you're giving up your right to a trial by jury?
Yes.
Has anyone forced or coerced you to plead guilty?
No.
I'll accept the plea as negotiated. Mr. Williams, to complete the terms, the probation will go to a non-reporting status. We will give you the affidavit of first offender. Anything further, Ms. Helen?
No, Your Honor.
All right, good luck to you, Mr. Williams.
Thank
All
you,
right,
Judge.
thank you.
All right, do we have any other announcements?
Mr. David, I'm ready.
Yes, Judge, Mr. Calhoun, I will represent him and that guilty plea is, he's ready to enter that now.
Okay,
Yeah, we've already submitted the paperwork.
all right, so come on up, Mr. Calhoun. Can you raise your right hand for me? Do you swear from the testimony you're about to give before this court be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Okay, you put your hand down. Thank you, sir. Ms. Reiser.
Yes, Your Honor. This is case number 18 CR 009611G, State of Georgia versus Corey Calhoun. Mr. Calhoun will be entering a guilty plea to count 1, deposit account fraud. The state's recommended sentence is 12 months to serve 4 days, credit for time served 4 days, balance probated, the $1,000 fine, and to complete an anti-theft class. Counts 2 and 3 will merge into count 1, and the state has no objection to or termination once the conditions are complete, Your Honor.
Mr. Gator.
That is the terms as negotiated, Judge.
Mr. Calhoun, it's my understanding that in case 18 CR 009611G, you wish to plead guilty to deposit account fraud. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol this morning?
No, Judge.
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes, sir.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on this charge, and if by pleading guilty to it, you're giving up your right to a trial by jury?
Yes, sir.
Has anyone forced or coerced you to plead guilty?
No, sir.
I'll accept the plea as negotiated, Mr. Calhoun. Once you get the fine paid and the theft class done, then the probation will terminate. So the sooner you get it done, the sooner you won't be on probation, okay?
Appreciate it.
All right, good luck to you, sir.
Does he need to, is there a sheet? 'Cause I don't think we fill out the probation sheet though.
Right.
Okay.
Who else are we holding on? Is it Shantari Jackson? Good morning, Ms. Jackson. Let's see, do you have private counsel representing in this matter?
No.
Would you like to see if you qualify for the services of the public defender today?
Sure.
Okay.
Hoping it'll be thrown out because I already.
I think that if they were going to throw it out, they would have dismissed it by now, but I'm happy to let Ms. Reiser take a look at it for you. And if you qualify for the services of the public defender, they can assist you with it, okay?
Okay.
So, Mr. Gaither or Mr. Cohn, would you all see if she qualifies?
Sure.
This is position number 1 on the show cause calendar.
You also have a list of opinions over there as well. Manual.
Ms. Louis? Okay, okay. I grab this.
Okay, they'll be with you, ma'am. You can have a seat.
Ma'am?
They'll be with you. Morning. Good, good to see you. Thank you. Okay, we'll be in recess until the public defenders have a chance to talk with the last two. Okay.
Okay, I will represent him. I just at least need to follow my entry, at least get the state's discovery and then share it with them, and then I can have an intelligent conversation with them. So I'm asking that this just goes to the next phase of the Orca movement.
Okay, what about the let's see, the status calendar on July 12th?
That's fine.
And that'll be at 1:30.
Oh, Mr. Williams, how did you get notice? The reason I asked. Is Mr. Williams free to go, Judge?
Yes, we'll see you next time.
Okay, well, you can go do all the walking you need now. So
suspending representation of her. We've asked that this be placed on whatever calendar the court deems appropriate, and we'll file whatever paperwork is necessary.
Okay, we'll place her on the July 12th status as well.
Okay,
At 1:30.
thank you very much.
Okay. And
I give you my card, right?
Mhm.
You better protect you. Sure. Sure. Yeah.
Mhm.
You know they lost. So you know. I'll fight this long for that. See you later.
okay, I think that completes the calendars for this morning.
That's all that I have, but this can preclude the possibility that I missed something.
And they don't. Yeah. Exactly.
Yes.
Ms. Younger, when you're ready, we can go over the calendars.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Sure.
So I'm gonna start with the Orca add-on final plea calendar. So, position 1, Calhoun with a plea. Position 2, Parada is, reset for a final plea on July 5th at 9 a.m. The show cause, position 1, Jackson is reset July 12th, to status. Position 2, McCarthy is reset for a bench trial on July 19th at 1:30. Position 3, McLeod, was a bench warrant. Position 4, Northfleet, is reset for a status on July 12th at 1:30. Position 5 and 6, Stevenson is reset July 12th for status. Position 7, Williams, reset July 12th status. Position 8, Willis, reset July 12th status at 1:30. The final plea calendar, position 1, Balding, reset jury trial, further notice. Position 2, was a plea. Position 3, you haven't heard anything yet? Still holding.
No.
I haven't heard anything.
Did Mr. Melnick, call this morning at all?
No, I just got an email this morning, at 9 a.m.
And what did it say?
It said, "Good morning. I will be there this morning to resolve the case of the plea, but I will be a little late. Thank you."
Okay, would you mind responding to him and just letting him know that we have court
Yeah, the
again
bench one.
at
1:30.
1:30, and if he doesn't appear, word it nicely.
Yes.
Your Honor, we had, can we revisit the show cause calendar, position 3? But Bobby McLeod is now arrived. He's sitting right here. He just walked in.
Okay, so, Mr. McClyde, I'm gonna let you speak with one of the public defenders to see if you qualify for their services, okay? All right. You know, court started at 9. We were gonna put a bench warrant out for you had you not shown up. You understand? Okay, all right, we'll have someone talk to you, sir. Okay, so we'll reset Mr. Dodd for this afternoon, or give him the opportunity to appear this afternoon if he chooses.
Okay. Position 4, Fuller, was a plea. Position 5, Garcia is a bench warrant. Position 6, Johns is a plea. Position 7, Johnson was reset jury trial, further notice. Position 8, Rodriguez is reset bench trial, July 19th at 1:30 p.m. Position 9, Williams, was a plea, and position 10, Yarngo, was a reset for bench trial July 19th at 1:30 PM.
Runs a restaurant.
So we will be in recess until the public defenders can speak with Mr. McBride.
I apologize. What was that last one? That last announcement?
Mr. Bobby McClyde on the show cause calendar, position number 3, has just arrived in the courtroom. I'm going to give him the opportunity to speak with one of the public defenders to, thank you.
I apologize, Judge. The announcement for Mr. Yarngo, position 10 for the final plea. I just didn't hear it. Was it
Bench trial,
bench? Thank you. Thank you.
7/19, 1:30.
Okay, we'll be in recess until there's an announcement on Mr. McClyde.
But we asked that this just gets further notice to the July 12th status calendar.
Okay. And that's at 1:30. Okay, Mr. McClyde, we'll see you back here in July, okay?
And,
All right, you have a good afternoon.
You received a notice from the clerk's office about the day's date, right?
no, my neighbor.
No, how did you find out from one of your neighbors?
Guys work for him.
Okay, I tell you what, how, does he need to go to the first floor and make sure his address is updated?
I can do it right now.
Okay, yeah, no, hang around, the clerk's gonna make sure that they have your updated address.
Okay, I think that concludes the calendar for this morning, so I'll see you all at 1:30.
See you at 1:30.
I'll probably be on mine at 1:30.
No, that's fine.